She looks you in the eye and says, "Let's just be friends," but her body, her biology, is screaming an entirely different story. The fundamental problem is that you've been conditioned to listen to her words. You've been trained to follow a social script that was written to protect her reputation, not to reveal her raw desire. You operate on logic, her primal brain operates on signal. This isn't another video about what to say. This is about what to see. We aren't here to learn pickup lines. We are here to decode the raw, unfiltered data her nervous system transmits when she feels a powerful, undeniable attraction, the micro cues she physically cannot hide. This is the hidden language. And learning it is the single greatest advantage a man can have in the modern world. Let's be brutally clinical for a moment. From a very young age, a woman is taught a dangerous lesson: direct desire is socially penalized. To be labeled easy or aggressive carries a significant social cost. Her evolutionary strategy, therefore, is to develop a sophisticated system of plausible deniability. This creates what I call the verbal mirage, a shimmering, articulate layer of words designed to obscure her true intentions while she gathers data on your strength, intelligence, and social awareness. You are being perpetually tested, and her words are the camouflage. This is the very mechanism that builds the friend zone. Think about it. A man hears her say she wants a supportive, nice guy who listens. So, he becomes that. He's her emotional tampon, available 24/7, her reliable shoulder to cry on. He does everything her words asked for. Yet he is rewarded with a platonic pat on the head. Why? Because while he was busy servicing her neocortex, her logical, social brain, he completely ignored the data from her limbic system. Her primal brain was giving off zero lust signals. There was no dilated gaze, no subconscious preening, no inviting shift in posture. The control room was dark, but he was listening to the press secretary. As a man, your biological imperative is often directness. You see what you want, you state your intent, you move toward it. This creates a catastrophic communication gap. You're speaking English, she's transmitting in Morse code through the subtle twitch of an eyelid. To succeed, you must stop being a listener and start becoming a behavioral analyst. You must learn to see the code behind the illusion. To see the matrix. And if you're ready to see past the static, keep watching, because we're about to tune into the right frequency. You are now tuned in. The static is gone. It's time to learn the signals. These are not guesses, they are biological data points. 1 is an anomaly. 2 is a coincidence. 3 is a pattern of undeniable interest. Pay attention. 1. The preening cascade. Amateurs see a hair flip. An analyst sees a coordinated, subconscious sequence of self-grooming. The preening cascade is an instinctual display, a series of behaviors triggered by the presence of a sexually viable mate. It begins with a hair, a touch, a tuck, a sweep. Then, it flows downward. Her fingers might ghost over her collarbone, adjust a necklace, or smooth a non-existent wrinkle on her dress. This isn't vanity. This is her biology screaming, "I am preparing myself for your evaluation." It is the human equivalent of a bird preening its feathers before a courtship dance. You're at a coffee shop, telling her a story. As you reach the punchline, she laughs, and in one fluid motion, she tucks her hair behind her ear, her fingers then tracing the chain around her neck. She is not just listening, she is broadcasting. Her nervous system has identified you as someone worth impressing. 2. The Limbic Lean. Anyone can lean in to hear better in a loud room. The Limbic Lean is different. It is not an auditory adjustment, it is a gravitational pull. Watch her posture. A platonic lean comes from the neck and shoulders. The Limbic Lean originates from her hips, a full torso commitment that closes the distance between you. Crucially, this maneuver often exposes the most vulnerable part of her body, her neck. This is her primal brain overriding social protocols of personal space. It's a nonverbal declaration of trust and a subconscious offering of vulnerability, inviting you to take the lead. At a loud bar, she doesn't just cup her ear. Her entire body angles toward you, her chair seeming to pivot on its own. Her torso enters your personal space, and her head is tilted, neck exposed. She isn't just trying to hear your words, her biology is trying to sync with your presence. 3. The pupillary dilation reflex. This is the one signal that is physiologically impossible to fake. Barring a drastic change in lighting, the pupillary dilation reflex is a direct window into her autonomic nervous system. When her brain is presented with a stimulus it finds intensely engaging or arousing, it floods her system with norepinephrine and dopamine. The immediate, involuntary result? Her pupils expand, turning her eyes into deep, dark pools. It is a sign that her focus is locked entirely onto you. Her brain is getting a chemical reward just from the visual data you are providing. You're having dinner. As you hold her gaze, speaking with conviction, you notice her irises seem to shrink as the black of her pupils expands. The ambient light hasn't changed. Her brain has. You are the most interesting thing in her world at that exact moment, and her body can't hide it. 4. The proxemic invitation. Proxemics is the study of personal space, and it is a battlefield of unspoken negotiation. The proxemic invitation is a subtle but powerful move where she uses an object to bridge the gap between you. She won't lunge across the table. Instead, she'll move her phone, her drink, or her purse closer to you. She is incrementally surrendering her territory and testing yours. It is a boundary test and a green light. She is non-verbally saying, "I am comfortable with you getting closer. Your turn." You're sitting on a couch, a respectable distance apart. She takes a sip of her wine and places the glass down on the coffee table, not directly in front of her, but in the space between the two of you, significantly closer to you. The invitation has been issued. 5. The vocal pitch elevation. Listen carefully. When she speaks to her friends, her voice has a baseline pitch and cadence. When she turns to you, a man she is attracted to, listen for the shift. The vocal pitch elevation is a subconscious change where her voice becomes slightly higher, often softer, and more melodic. From an evolutionary psychology perspective, this is a signal of heightened femininity and non-threat. It is designed to be more appealing to the male ear and to trigger your instinct to protect and lead. It creates a powerful polarity between your masculine presence and her feminine one. She's laughing loudly with her group. You approach and ask her a question. Her response is immediate, her volume drops, her pitch lifts, and the cadence softens. "Oh, hi. I'm having a great time now." The message isn't in the words, it's in the music. 6. The triangle gaze. This is the most overt signal on this list, yet it's still missed by 99% of men. A standard, platonic gaze stays in the upper triangle of the face, eye to eye to forehead. The triangle gaze breaks this social contract. Her eyes will move from your left eye, to your right eye, and then drop down to your lips, before returning to your eyes. This is not a glance. It is a subconscious act of tasting you with her eyes. Her brain is simulating a level of intimacy that words have not yet permitted. It is a direct, yet utterly deniable, invitation to kiss her. You are holding strong eye contact while she speaks. You notice her focus isn't static. It scans from one of your eyes to the other, then, for a fleeting second, darts down to your mouth and back up. The platonic seal has been broken. She is thinking about more than your conversation. 7. The isopraxism lag. Isopraxism, or mirroring, is a common sign of rapport. But that's entry-level analysis. The advanced signal is the isopraxism lag. This isn't a perfect, instantaneous mimicry of your body language. Instead, you'll notice a slight delay. You lean back, and a beat or two later, she leans back. You take a drink, and a moment after, she reaches for hers. This lag is critical. It signifies that the mirroring is not just a deep subconscious reflex, it's being processed consciously. She is actively and deliberately choosing to align herself with your rhythm. It's no longer just rapport, it's a willing participation in a physical duet. You cross your arms while considering a point. A moment of silence passes. Then, almost as an afterthought, she crosses hers in a similar fashion. It's not a monkey see, monkey do reaction. It's a considered response. She is consciously joining your dance. This knowledge is useless, even dangerous, without a framework for action. So listen closely. The only rule you need is the rule of 3. 1 signal is an anomaly, a random twitch in the data. 2 is a coincidence. But when you observe 3 or more of these cues within a single interaction, it is no longer a guess. It is a statistically significant pattern. It is your green light. But a green light does not mean you slam the accelerator. This knowledge is not a license for crude aggression, it is a map for calibrated escalation. Your job is to reward her signal with a subtle, confident advance. She gives you the limbic lean. You don't lunge in, you simply hold that intimate space and deepen your vocal tonality. She gives you the triangle gaze. You hold her eyes for 1 beat longer than is socially comfortable before breaking with a slow, knowing smile. Understand the goal here. You are not tricking her. You are demonstrating that you possess the social intelligence to understand the real language she is speaking beneath her words. In doing so, you prove you are a man who can lead. She has already invited you to the dance. This is simply you taking her hand. Mastering this isn't about control, it's about the profound confidence that comes from seeing reality clearly. And if you want to build that unshakable confidence, make sure you subscribe. So here's the hard truth. You can continue to navigate the world blind, lost in the verbal mirage, perpetually frustrated and confused by outcomes you can't explain. Or, you can accept the biological reality, learn the language of signal and action, and begin to operate from a position of profound power and clarity. The choice is brutally simple: remain a pawn manipulated by words you now know are meaningless, or become a master of the game by reading the truth. The signals are always there. You just have to decide if you're finally willing to see them. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. The next lesson will be one you don't want to miss. Leave a comment below. I want to know what you think about this.